Okay, here we are, Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press, here at the Southern District of New York Courthouse. Today, Thursday, February 5th, 2026. Well, the Alexander Brothers trial goes on. Could be day 7 now. The victim, it's getting crazy, and the defense line of reasoning is pretty bad. It's pretty much blaming people, saying, what did you think would happen with Molly? Why did you go on the cruise? Now they have a paralegal on the stand, so maybe we'll get some more records. We've been putting up some exhibits. So that's the trial. There's a number of trials going on. There's actually an incredible one about a gang from the Bronx River houses, but so we've been writing about that on Inner City Press. You can see it. Now, in sort of political legal cases, yesterday, a long argument in front of Judge Hellerstein about a second bid by Trump to get his New York State case, which is now, it's over, but he didn't get any sentence, but he was convicted. Removed the decision not to remove it to federal court, and covering it yesterday, basically Hellerstein was digging in his heels. The Second Circuit sent it back to him for proceedings consistent with their decision, but he said, I didn't make any mistake, I stand by my decision. So he took it under advisement. We'll see what he does. It could go up again and get reversed again. I don't really understand, but there it is. There you have it. Now, in habeas world, there's suddenly one that intersects with politics. Sorry for the drilling. Maybe it's better, because this is the case of the City Hall staffer from Venezuela that was detained. He's currently in the MDC. Various New York City politicians vowed to get to the bottom of it. They haven't yet. He's still in the MDC. And yesterday, late, there was a filing by the respondents, meaning DOJ, ICE, saying that an immigration judge denied his request to be released on February 2nd, naming him as Rafael Rubio Bojorquez. And I don't know what the next steps are, but the wheels are turning. The wheels are turning, and it's before Judge Cronin. So we'll cover it when it finally gets there. We covered yesterday First Brands. First Brands, of course, is the... whoa, still drilling. First Brands, auto parts firm that collapsed, leaving many banks and other investors holding the bag. Now the question is, what did they know? One of the banks that was the most on the hook is Santander, which is now trying to buy another bank, Webster. We'll see. We covered it yesterday. They were released, one on 50 million bond, one on 25 million bond, but the guy on 25 million bond doesn't want a bracelet, but he wants to live in Ohio, where they don't monitor those on pretrial supervision by phone, location by phone. So he's either going to have to move. His thing is he wants to hydrotherapy. That is, he wants to swim. I don't know. Oh yeah, because the bracelet doesn't allow it. He lives on a huge compound, according to the prosecutors. So there's that. In other financial news, Enova, which is a predatory lender, they own CashNet USA. They want to buy Grasshopper Bank. The Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago yesterday, helpfully, I'm saying that in heavy air quotes, sent its additional information letter to Inner City Press, but every single thing was redacted. So we've done a FOIA request. It's too much, because in a recent case at Fifth Third, they released the questions, but only after they had approved the thing, before even ruling on a request for reconsideration. Too much. The Fed is out of control, and we'll have more on the Fed either tomorrow or Monday. Finally, UN, we're still banned. Antonio Guterres yesterday was bragging about his involvement in AI. We've known it for a long time. He's basically a bot. He churns out pablum that's totally contradictory to what he actually does. But he's going to travel to India for an AI show. He's got an AI guy. He is AI, and we're human. And we're going to not stop until we are restored to enter and ask the questions that must be asked. But for now, Alexander Bros, we're going in. To be continued.